Hey mate, it's time for you to go from 0 to 10 pull-ups the smart way. If you're feeling overwhelmed with how to start or what exercise to train, don't stress. I'll give you a proven step-by-step plan that you can follow. This video is going to save you months of trial and error, making the pull-up far easier to rep out. A weak grip is one of the bottlenecks that's stopping you from that first pull-up. The best way to strengthen your hands and forearms is with the dead hang. Simply grab the bar with a shoulder width grip and do an active hang. Now engage your shoulders by pulling them away from your ears to get some activation happening. Now all that's left for you is to suffer in silence. The longer that you can hang, the stronger your crushing grip is going to become and the better your pull-ups. The hands serve as a link to your pull-up muscles. The stronger your grip is, the better force transfer you're going to get to your biceps and your back. Negatives are such a potent way to learn pull-ups, and honestly, it's one of the best exercises in your toolbox. This is because you're training the exact movement pattern in reverse. Your body is getting familiar with recruiting the muscles in the manner needed for actual pull-ups. That specificity is why negatives transfer better than lat pull-downs. Sorry lat pull-downs, you're not welcome for this goal. Now, because we're stronger lowering than we are lifting, it makes the impossible possible. Yay. To do these properly, just jump to the top of the bar and then lower yourself down slowly into the hang, taking around 6 to 8 seconds each time. Make sure that you're controlling the full range of motion, not dropping down when it feels hard. We want to build strength in every part of the pull-up so that we have no weakness. Quality over quantity means everything for this style of training, given how hard eccentrics are. Once you're getting tired and you can no longer control that full negative, that's when you stop your set and move on. The inverted row is the perfect accessory for building up your pull-up strength. They teach you that important scapular control, how to retract and protract your shoulder blades under bodyweight load. This exercise is all about training your mid-back muscles, the same ones that we need strong for pull-ups. Inverted rows also make your arms stronger, so that your back isn't going to be limited by weak biceps during pull-ups. Difficulty is all about posture. Rows are easier when done at an incline, and they get progressively harder as the body gets horizontal. Technique here is really simple. You want to keep your body stiff like a plank, row until your arms meet your sides, and then getting your shoulders through protraction to retraction. That's it. The confidence that you're going to gain from inverted rows is worth it. You're going to get this self-belief that you can pull aggressively, limiting that hesitation, and you're going to be better at moving your body in space, overcoming gravity, and having that self-belief that you can succeed at pull-ups. So you want to bridge the gap between rows and pull-ups. The jackknife pull-up should be in your routine. All you're going to need for this is a low bar or rings that are set up around armpit height. You're also going to have a bench for your feet. Because the reason for this, you want enough space for yourself to do a dead hang with clearance with the hips from the ground. Congrats. You can now do feet-assisted full range of motion pull-ups with that concentric lift and that eccentric lower. A pro tip for you, start each rep by setting your shoulders first, then bending the arms to pull yourself up. This teaches good habits of activation that are going to happen automatically with practice. It's also important to keep an upright chest so that you're moving up and down like a pull-up. If you lean backwards, it's going to turn it into a row, so be sure to avoid that. Jackknife pull-ups are awesome because they can be scaled in difficulty. When you first start out, you're going to be using the legs a lot to help out. But as you get stronger, your goal is to try and use the legs less and less so that your arms and your back can do more of the heavy lifting. Another hidden benefit of jackknife pull-ups is stability. Because your feet are anchored, it helps with balance. This way, you can just focus on doing those pull-ups without worrying about coordination. I'm feeling extra generous today. Here's a sample routine that you can follow to unlock that first pull-up. When done twice per week and progress consistently, it's not a matter of if, but when you're going to be doing those pull-ups, going through them, rep after rep with absolute pride. Band pull-ups are how you train back strength, not test it. Let me explain. If you can do 1 or 2 pull-ups on a good day, just spamming more and more pull-ups, it's not the best approach. The intensity is so high that you'll be taxed after a few sets. This crushes how much total work that you can do in a workout. With bands, you're able to lower the intensity so you can get in more pull-up reps, which leads to faster results. Plus, you're able to work within a larger rep range, so you can use light assistance for strength and moderate assistance for more endurance. To do these, loop the band around a bar and place it underneath your knee or foot, whatever feels good. Now, please do strict band pull-ups. The assistance isn't an excuse to start kipping or flailing around like a fish. Do use a full range of motion, fast up, and a controlled down tempo. Make sure that you're not bouncing from the bottom either. You want to be generating all of that force from your muscles. You're not using that band as a slingshot to cheat. Aim to use a band that lets you work within the 4 to 8 rep range. That's the sweet spot of difficulty for building strength. Once you're comfortably doing 8+ pull-ups with a given band, make it lighter and get back to work. Band pull-ups are a smarter choice compared to the assisted pull-up machine at the gym. Unlike assisted machines, bands, they force you to stabilize your body, which is why they transfer better to real pull-ups. Training with bands isn't just for complete beginners either. Even for my stronger students who can bang out a couple of bodyweight pull-ups, I often give them this as a drop set of sorts with banded pull-ups afterwards. Having some extra assistance after you're fatigued, it allows you to add more high-quality reps once that heavy work has been done. Now, what nobody tells you about band pull-ups is auto-regulation. We all have those days where we feel really tired and heavy when grabbing the pull-up bar. It feels insanely difficult to do pull-ups, even though you've banged them out on a good day. With bands, they let you get those reps in on low energy days, which keeps your training consistent. And consistency is what builds pull-ups, baby. For those of you who eventually unlock your first pull-up, congratulations and welcome to the club. Because many fitness surveys, they suggest that the average adult can't do a single rep. So you're in rare company. Now that you've got your first pull-up, you've officially caught the bug of bodyweight training. Go to fitnessfaqs.com to get my complete programs to take this next step in your journey. Click the link below. All right, now that you can do a couple of bodyweight pull-ups, doing 10 reps in a row should be achievable in a matter of months for most of you that are watching, if you stay consistent, if you dedicate yourself to the goal and make it a reality. A simple way to increase how many reps you can do is following what I call the 25 pull-up workout. You're simply going to accumulate 25 total reps, split up into a number of sets that suits your current level. Here's what I mean. Here's an example if you're doing 3 reps in a set. The key is staying shy of failure. Leave 1 to 2 reps in reserve on each set so they can accumulate this quality volume of 25 total. With a sub-maximal intensity, you should be able to do straight sets the whole way through. This means doing the same number of reps each set. Once you progress to hitting 5x5, most people, they should be able to bang out 10 reps or more pull-ups in a max test. The reason this 25 rep method works so well is because it builds strength without failure, a time-tested way to stimulate and not annihilate. It builds up your work capacity for 10 reps in a row thanks to that total volume of work. It reinforces clean technique on every rep because you're not building bad habits with half reps when fatigued. It allows you to train twice per week without burning out, feeling recovered for each workout and actually progressing every time. Now that you can comfortably hit 5 reps of the pull-up with a couple more reps in the tank, meaning you can do a few sets of 5, adding weight is recommended. By even doing plus 2.5 to 5 kilos to start with on pull-ups, it's going to be a massive help. The best practice is adding an amount of weight to your body that you can still do pull-ups for 3 to 5 reps. This is the sweet spot for training strength. Pro tip, pull every rep with maximum intent. Even if you're moving slowly due to the extra weight, trying to be explosive will make you stronger compared to just going through the motions. Your job here is simple. Linear progression with heavier weighted pull-ups over the coming months. Once you're adding 20% of your body weight on that dip belt and doing pull-ups, I'm certain you're going to be doing 10 pull-ups in a row quite easily. Now just imagine being able to rep out pull-ups easily whenever you want. you'll be so strong that you don't even need the perfect recovery or testing your max pull-ups after a deload. Your base level of fitness on pull-ups will be good enough that doing 10 reps just feels like a joke. So if you're 70 kilos, your goal is doing 15 kilo pull-ups for sets of 5. Let's go, man. This goal isn't as hard as you think with some dedication. Weighted pull-ups, they're going to raise your strength ceiling. This way, when you go to do bodyweight pull-ups, you'll be flying light like a feather, doing way more reps as a result. Expect to improve your force production with weighted calisthenics. This means you'll pull up much faster from that dead hang. This basic routine will get the job done. By doing both bodyweight pull-ups for endurance once per week and weighted work on the other session, your reps are going to consistently be going up. All of those accessory exercises are also going to help work on those weak links to overcome plateaus. There's 3 common mistakes that most people make, and unless you fix these, nothing else that you do is going to matter. Problem 1, lacking patience. Being impatient is setting yourself up for disappointment. We all want results today. Of course, it'd be nice to get that pull-up straight away, but if it was easy, everyone would be able to do them. Strength takes time. Even when you're doing everything correctly, just focus your effort on each workout, each set, each rep, and those pull-ups will improve. Problem 2, being inconsistent. Inconsistency is the main reason that people plateau with their pull-ups. If you truly want to master this exercise, you can't be skipping workouts or doing random exercises that don't actually help with pull-up strength. It's easy to be motivated in the short term. Anyone can do that. But the person who trains pull-ups twice per week without fail is going to make much faster progress. Problem 3, volume. Not doing enough total reps of the pull-up is holding you back. Constantly doing pull-ups to failure is a rookie mistake. Instead, volume is the name of the game. Because after all, strength is a skill, and the more reps that we can get in our body and recover, the better. If you need more help with calisthenics, I got you. This video here contains everything that your heart desires. What could it be? Give it a click.